Yeah, I was involved in this from the very beginning and was asked to write the officer's response to the challenge. And I did, and it was a very reasonable response. And I did some investigation and talked to the elections chair and talked to various people about what had happened and wrote a very reasoned position. And the truth is that the correct standard that we should be held to here is, was that decision of the officers, was it reasonable or was it arbitrary and capricious? Because the way we're set up here is we're set up to have the election take place in March and have everything resolved by April when you seat the newly elected trustees. So you have to have a complaint filed within 1 week of the election. And then the officers, within that next 3 weeks, wrote the defense and said, no, the challenge had no merit. I certainly know that it was a reasonable response. And then as time went by, we get a letter, one from Brian Schoenfish from the city. And I wrote a note to Mr. LaCava that said, this is the most incredible note I've ever had. It's factually in error. It makes no sense. It's illogical. I haven't read the bylaws. And that happened again and again with the city. And always it was, seat Morten, never seat O'Vanasoff, never seat the next one in order. It was never that. It was always something. And I was writing, there's an invisible hand here that is corrupting the entire system here. And it's coming through and it's pushing Morten. And I will not support this motion. I will vote against it. And I will not serve with Mr. Morten on the board. So that's where I'm putting it all. I think that this is really outrageous. We're being bullied by the city. And I think if the membership voted to have a 19th seat, we need to elect that person according to our bylaws. And I think if we don't do that, the city's just taken over and infected the planning boards. And I find it just a despicable thing. And I urge everybody to vote against this motion.
Tim, I missed you.
Oh, one more thing. I wouldn't have run. I would not have run if I had known I was going to end up having Jolla not be elected, or Jim Fitzgerald. Both of them have served incredibly well for years. And there I am, a write-in candidate, and kicking them off and don't know it. That's not being fair to the electorate, to the people who vote. And so for that reason, I just think we shouldn't appoint Morten.